This is Pat Fu from Boxing After 35, and today I'm going to talk to you about the advantages that I have being an older boxer or a person who started boxing at an older age, 35 years old, and the advantages that I have, that I believe that I have over someone who may have started younger. So this is the one I've been wanting to talk about because I just got done making that video of the disadvantages. So check that out if you haven't, but I'm going to talk about the advantages because it's a lot more happier. So let's get to it. The advantage that I have is that I have money as an older boxer, as an older person, I would say, so that I can afford personal training. So, when I was younger, I didn't have any money at all. I wasn't even boxing, but if I imagine myself, being like 18 years old, trying to start into boxing, I barely had any money because I had a low paying job. And I probably didn't even have enough to afford to go to a boxing gym because first of all, in Las Vegas where I live, boxing gyms are expensive. Second of all, personal training is even more expensive. So as I got older, I got better and better jobs. Of course, like I try to work my way up through life, make more money. And so now I'm at a point where I'm not rich, but I make enough money that I can get personal training, so here and there, not all the time. So I think that personal training is the number one thing that has been helping me more than the boxing classes, because the attention's all on me and all to help me. And I would not be able to get that personal training if I didn't have money, and I wouldn't have that money if I didn't start, later on in life. If I didn't have the jobs that I have now. So that is a major advantage comparing myself to someone who's either younger than 18 and still living off their parents, or just working their way into working life where they're just unfortunately they have just a low paying job because that's all they can get. So yeah, that is probably the number one advantage that I have. Like I said, I'm not rich, but whenever I have a little bit extra, then I'm definitely gonna invest in personal training because it's a very good investment. Number two is that I don't have any pressure or to go pro or to make a career out of boxing. So a lot of younger people that I've met, that I've talked to, they want to box, they want to learn, they're trying to box, they're trying to make a career out of this, they're trying to go pro, they're trying to make money out of boxing. And that's a lot of pressure to somebody that is trying to make this their livelihood. And when you have that pressure to make that your livelihood, then you might be, it's just like another mental aspect and a psychological aspect that can be an advantage, but it can also be a disadvantage because it can weigh down on you. Like if this doesn't work out, then what am I gonna do? Me, I already know that I'm not gonna do that. Going pro, that's like a pipe dream. I don't really have any interest in that. Now, if you have interest in that and you're starting late, don't let that discourage you. This is just, for me, like, that's not even on my mind. I just want to get better. I still want to be competitive. I still, they still have masters, and that's what I'm working towards is, being able to compete in the masters division at an amateur level. But yeah, without that pressure of making this a career, it takes a big weight off my chest and load off my shoulders. I'm just doing it for fun. And, I go to the gym, I'm having fun, I'm learning. And whenever you're having fun while you're learning, that's gonna take you far because now you enjoy something. You're gonna be going to it all the time. And that's what I do. I look forward to this. There's no pressure in me like making a career out of this. I am where I'm at and I'm having fun while I'm doing it, and I'm being consistent with it. And that is actually the key to success, is being consistent and trying to get better and better and better. And I think that just, that in itself is a advantage for me because, I don't have any any pressure. Like I already have a job, and I'm just working around it. But I'm doing what I like to do, you know, and it's like a hobby for me. And so I give it everything I have, with all the energy that I have, because it's a hobby and this is what I like to do. And me personally, I don't like to mix work and play, and because, you know, it's just a personal opinion. I like to separate those two because I find work to be very stressful, and when I'm in hobby mode, like which I am when I'm boxing, I don't want to think about work. I'm having fun, I'm learning, and I'm putting all my effort and energy into it. So that being said, I'm moving on to the next thing, is that over time, as I'm getting older, you know, I built up some good traits, like patience. You know, I know that things take a long time to get good at. It takes a long time to get good at anything. It's basically a lifelong journey. You know, you can't, when I was younger, I think, and a lot of people when they're younger, they tend to rush things. They want to get good right away. But you kind of go through life and you see like people who have become true masters at something, they made it a lifelong journey. They know, so I know that it's just a lifelong journey. I'm more patient now, and I have patience, so I'm not in a rush because I just want to keep training and keep going, and I want to be consistent with it. And there's no rush because it's not like I have a limited time for anything. You know, we're already older, and if you're not going pro, then what's the deadline? There's no deadline. It's just keep going until you can't go anymore, or keep going until, you know, something bad happens. You know, hopefully nothing does, but it's just a lifelong journey. Some other traits is determination. You know, like, you not only have to do something for a long period of time, you have to be determined to get better. You know, I'm not gonna go to the gym and just go through the movements. You know, I'm actually going to the gym determined to work on something, whatever they're working on that day. Sometimes it's just the same old drills like every single time, but I still want to get better at those drills because, you know, of course, you know, boxing, everyone knows that, like, the habits, you have to build habits, like, where it's just something that you do subconsciously, because once you go into the ring and you spar, like, everything you kind of learn goes out the window. You're just like basically operating out of a habit. At least that's what I've been experiencing. I'm still new, but I know that once I went into the ring to spar, like, everything that I learned just goes out the window, and like I'm just reverting back to like what I do at an instinct. And so you have to kind of build that instinct up, build that habit up. And I know it takes patience and it takes determination to do that. And also the last thing is that I stopped caring what people think about me. I mean, I still do. Like, everyone has like insecurities, vulnerabilities, and I still have those. But as you get older, you stop caring about, you know, how you look like, and if you look stupid doing something, because you know that, hey, like, in the grand scheme of things, you only have a limited time left to live. So if I'm gonna be worried about how I look like or looking stupid, then I'm just wasting my life. Whereas I'm gonna go into the boxing gym, I'm gonna look stupid, but I'm gonna have fun while I'm doing it, and I'm gonna live the life that I wanna live. You know, this is a choice that I'm making. And because I don't have that type of like mentality, like, oh, I'm gonna look stupid when I throw a punch, or I'm not gonna throw a punch like that, or I'm not gonna learn like that. Because I don't think like that, like, I feel like I'm able to get further, because, like, yeah, I'll look stupid at the beginning, but then I'll refine it, then I'll look less stupid, then I'll refine it, then I'll look less stupid. And honestly, I don't even think of it like that. My mentality is just totally shifted to just learning. And I think that's like a good trait to have. Like, that is a good trait that I think that we should all have, like, throughout our whole life, like, out of the ring, out of the boxing gym. But you know, it's hard. All I know is that I don't have it inside the boxing gym. I may have it for certain situations outside the boxing gym, but inside a boxing gym, like I'm there because I want to be there and I want to learn, and I don't care if I look stupid, you know. Like, yeah, there are instances outside the ring or outside the gym, but you know, we can talk about that on a different day. Anyways, so if you related to any of these, comment below. Let me know if you have any advantages that you believe that you have starting boxing late. I would love to hear about them. I want to see you in the comments. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.